Hello and welcome to Everything to Guppy, the Binding of Isaac podcast that talks about every aspect of the Binding of Isaac series of video games. My name is Gary Butterfield, and with me as always is a man who reminds me of the babe. What babe? Well, the babe with the power is Will Hughes.
I didn't know. I wasn't trying to shit you. I was just trying to be polite. I thought you were doing a thing. I was like, I'm not going to talk until he says my name, because that's how the show works.
Nope.
I thought you meant Babe Ruth.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like the kind of reference I'd make.
Hey, it's me, the Bambino.
It's me, the Bambino. I point at things and I hit him with a baseball.
Sometimes it's baseball things, sometimes it's people.
Yuck.
Eat my candy bar, I'm the Sultan of SWAT. You're canceled, Babe Ruth.
Yeah, the Sultan of SWAT 4. Anyway. This is a very special day.
A SWAT?
The video game?
Yeah, I get. Like, based off the Police Quest games?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I was thinking. I've been rereading that adventure game.
Okay, there we go.
So, I've got a lot of adventure games on the brain.
Gary, it's a very special day.
It's a very special day. It's the day I realized that I'm very scared to go back to any Leisure Suit Larry games, even the ones I enjoyed.
You don't.
Now that I've read
really
about them.
don't.
2019 eyes, but it's also Character Sunday. Character.
I worry about you while you're
Character.
I worry about you while you're
Character. We got a doozy today.
We do, Gary. It's actually kind of fitting that you forgot your own name at the start of this episode. Because this is...
Fitting and worrying.
Yeah, it's both.
It's a combination of those two things.
Because today we're talking about question mark, or,
Yep.
as it's colloquially known, the Blue Baby.
The Blue Baby. Everyone always says Blue Baby. No one ever says question mark, you know?
Because it takes a year to say 3 question marks.
It is. Question mark is one of those really bad words. Like, it's just not very efficient.
Yeah. Blue Baby is the first of the characters we've talked about that is, like, radically different from the earlier ones. I mean, Judas has that secret damage multiplier, but this is the first character that really plays by its own rules.
And I love the design of this because initially this feels very much like they've unlocked the challenge mode.
Uh-huh.
You know? But it's not that. Like, this is just a different way to play. Like, Blue Baby runs have very distinct advantages that take a little while to reveal themselves to you. I feel like this is very elegant.
Yeah. So to unlock Blue Baby, let's start with that. You have to beat Mom's Heart, which for a while is the final boss of the game, 10 times.
Yep.
At which point, 2 things happen. You unlock Blue Baby, and that's also right where you unlock It Lives, right? Mm-hmm. The idea being that you are literally, like, killing, like, your stillborn brother or something like that. Mm-hmm. Which is who you are playing as.
Yeah. This little dead baby, it's blue because it's been suffocated.
Mm-hmm. He has cartoon X's for eyes.
Yep, a big grimace.
Hello.
Hello, give me big shakes.
I'm best friends with Babe Ruth. We just walk around walking into things, knocking them over.
Yeah, he points a bat at something, I punch it.
Yeah. We're kind of thugs.
We're bearing the lead.
We sure are, Gary.
1.05 damage multiplier? Get out of here, that's good.
I mean, I guess it's very small.
It's very small. The real lead. Very real lead. 0.1 additional speed? Pretty good.
Great lead.
Final lead. They bring it up the rear, the final lead. Blue Baby starts with 3 spirit hearts and can only have spirit hearts.
Soul hearts.
Or soul hearts. Yep.
Yeah. So you can never have red hearts.
Never.
That has a lot of weird effects on the run.
Yes.
The obvious one being that gaining health back after you're hit is quite difficult to do.
Is tricky because soul hearts are much rarer. You can also have demon hearts just because they introduce those later. But
Yeah.
What you can't do is get a health up item, and if you do, it just gives you a soul heart.
Yeah, which feels like even more of a whiff than it usually feels like to get.
Yep, it's only worse if you get it as the lost. Oh, hey, sorry. Pocket, come on, bud. Okay.
So
knock down my
Rigel
gigantic
is the
pile of
Dominar
things
of
to sell.
Hyneria.
Oh, no, I'm back. I'm back.
Sorry.
I said to clap twice. He was about to knock over a big pile of sellable stuff. Let's put Farscape back in your dick.
All right, let's put Farscape back in your dick for a minute. This is a Babylon 5 podcast.
I'm
Thank you
the
very
greatest home run hitter that ever was. Put your Farscape back in your dick. I'm pointing my bat at it.
much. I'm Big Grimace, and I just want to talk about Jakar. Gary, do you want to play a quick game of is that a Farscape character or a Babylon 5 character?
Yeah, I am uniquely ill-suited to both of those.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Goofy.
I'm going to say that's definitely Farscape.
It was actually Kingdom Hearts.
Fuck.
And as you've lost the game.
Got me again. Okay.
I said that as a complicated way to ding you about Sekiro.
Oh, revenge.
Okay, so effects of this. So the obvious one is the health thing. It also makes what this ends up doing is it makes Blue Baby is by default the Heaven Room character.
Yeah.
Because Devil Rooms, Devil Deals suck for him.
They do, but you'll always get them.
Yeah,
because you can never take red heart damage.
And then you probably won't take them because they always cost 3 of your soul hearts, which is always at least a quarter of your health.
Yeah,
even in
big
the perfect
deal.
circumstances.
And that's tying into this week. That's why it's so good to get Squeezy as him, because then it's essentially a net of 1, and you can justify taking something. But it does make that decision very tricky. So typically you're going to go and do Angel Rooms or do Devil Rooms at high risk.
Yeah.
Which is interesting and cool.
And then because the Angel Rooms are mostly suited towards defensive items, you tend to actually become really protected and strong if this run goes well.
Which is great because you can't replenish your health very well.
Yeah. Oh, also you start with the poop.
Yeah.
Which is just a fuck you item. We've talked about it.
Yeah, just a fuck you. Mostly a fuck you item with some really bad edge cases. Let us do our classic Everything to Guppy Rundown, where I name these unlocks and you say good or bad.
Yeah, Gary, these are really good unlocks.
Hey, don't spoil it.
Sorry.
All right. Blue Baby's only friend.
Great.
Dead Baby. Well, that's a co-op baby. Sorry. Forget Me Now.
Amazing.
The D6.
I guess it's fine.
It's fine. Blue Baby's Soul.
I don't actually remember what that one does. I don't think it does much. It's a trinket.
It's horseshit. That's bad. Fate.
Really good.
Crack Dice.
Weird.
Meconium.
Not great.
Fate Reward.
I have no idea what this item does, Gary.
It's great. It's really good. Yeah.
And then King Baby.
King Baby. Oh, yeah, King Baby. King Baby's pretty bad.
King Baby is not great.
Yeah. Fate's Reward is always underrated. Fate's Reward scales with your damage.
Oh, wow. I don't think it's a familiar, but I don't know if I've ever had I must have had this item because I've unlocked everything, but
it doesn't have great tier rate.
Okay.
But it goes up with your damage and
really
all
cool.
your tier effects. Yeah, it's really good, and it's very common to get it. You just have to check the item pool, which is Lua Air, Lua Air unclosed string literal ...
Gary, we don't want to waste this good content when we haven't done this item yet. What if people didn't know that its collection grid placement was Lua Air unclosed string literal ...
Good point. I take it back.
Yeah, we rescind that minute of the podcast. Did you know we could do that, listeners? We just haven't.
Yep. Chrono Benders.
Chrono Benders and the precog segways.
Chrono Bender and the precog. Solving crimes.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about time travel sometimes, but they're mostly just driving around the country in a big rig.
Yeah.
Doing banging a lot of waitresses.
Yeah, lots of lot lizards with the Chrono Bender and the precog. Did you? I didn't know that so many of Edmund McMillan's older Flash games feature this character, and this was his mascot until 2002.
Yeah, he loves that dead baby.
I did not know that.
I mean, that's very on brand for Edmund, is to have like a dead baby as like his whole thing.
Very much so. Yeah, that is the thing. It's a reference to blue baby syndrome. Pretty rough stuff. Where a baby's complexion looks blue because it's not getting enough oxygen in its blood.
Oh, but why, Gary? What's it do to
congenital heart defect.
Yeah, don't bury the lead again.
Yeah, don't bury that third lead.
Don't bury the baby.
Yeah, don't bury. Yeah, well, not yet. Yeah. There's a couple synergies.
Gary, I'm still down in trivia, and I'm not reading it really well, but I just hit the line: after death, the bowels of the deceased will loosen, causing them to defecate themselves.
Oh, thank you.
That's why. That's why
he has the
Baby
poop.
has the poop.
I think that's not the reason.
Yeah, no, me either.
Wikipedia Walt.
Excuse me.
Wiki Walt.
Oh, hi.
Mitch? Okay, I can't remember the name of the person.
Mitch is the guy who either shakes Triscuits or diabetes medicine, yeah.
Shut up, you. Yeah. There's a couple synergies that pop up.
Yeah.
With this guy. One thing is if you die and you change to another character, the rules no longer apply to you.
Yep. Obviously, anything that generates either soul or black hearts is incredibly good.
Yep.
Whether that's the Hierophant card or something like the Athame or Athema or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or Maw of the Void.
And most things that rely on you kind of rolling at low health will always be active.
Yes.
But also things that are about rolling at full health. So Crown of Light, which is an amazing item, is always active. Whore of Babylon, which is a good item, always active. So there's a bunch of things that just like make this very good. And then also, I've had a run with this. This is not precisely a synergy for Blue Baby. It's a synergy for the poop. But getting the light bulb. Because fine, I'll not use it. Like that's great for me. Or getting the broken light bulb and just using it as soon as you get in the room and just getting a huge stat buff for that room.
Yeah, because those items are really good trinkets if you have the right items to keep them going. So Blue Baby is not actually the challenge run, like we said.
No.
There are definitely characters that fit that much more.
It's the keeper.
Yeah. But it is a run that kind of forces you to understand how some of the less obvious mechanics in the game work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gets you to start thinking about the game in a different way, which I think is very cool.
Yeah, I really love this character. And of course also getting good enough with him to beat Isaac is how you unlock the D6, and that is kind of like a milestone in like where you are with the game.
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of enters it's like phase 2 of your Isaac play.
Gary, I can't fucking talk about these goddamn Marvel movies with you.
It's phase 2 of the Isaac cinematic universe. the
phase
League of
3?
Extraordinary. Yep.
During phase 3, the bowels loosen, causing them to defecate themselves.
Yeah.
I call that an Infinity War.
Uncle Joke. Uncle Joker. Uh-oh.
Gary, we're creating some rich characters this
I know,
week.
This is a very productive week. Like Uncle Joker, the Precog and the Chrono Bender.
Yeah.
The
Bambino.
The Bambino, Big Grimace. We could create a team with just these guys all together. Can you imagine?
Yeah, we might not save the Isaac cinematic universe, but you can be damn sure we'll prevenge it.
Thank you, Big Grimace. Thank you for your service. Salute. If you like this show,
Big Grimace dies. Big Grimace dies in Endgame.
Now everyone knows Big Grimace dies.
Congenital heart defect.
They actually here's the big endgame spoiler.
Yeah,
they bring in the Fantastic Four and then summarily execute them.
Just one by one.
Bring in the X-Men and summarily execute them. And then bring in all the Netflix shitheads and summarily execute them except for Iron Fist. Yeah. Who they leave alive and then they turn to the camera and flip it off.
I was about to say, to spread the message.
Yeah, it's like you are, in the end it ends with them crowning Iron Fist as their new god on top of a big pile of dead Fantastic Fours.
Then they bring in the new gods.
Yep, exactly. It's like, new gods, you like Marvel, do ya? Here's some bullshit.
Here's what Jack Kirby did after he wasn't getting paid as good. Or getting
Here's
paid too
Commandy,
well.
the last boy. Huh?
Fucking Commandy.
Yep.
Fix this, Grant Morrison.
Oh boy. If you like the show, if you want us to have money to go see Marvel movies, hit us up at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv. And why don't you write a review and tell us which character from the X-Men or Fantastic Four franchises you're most sad that they summarily executed in
Yeah,
Endgame.
just fucking curbed him.
Yep. For me, it's Alicia Masters. I feel like she had a cool arc. I think being the daughter of the Puppet Master is cool, and she was going to eventually, go on to do some interesting things. Mm-hmm. Visually interesting, and I just think it's really, really a shame that the Winter Soldier just fucking put an Uzi to her head and held down the trigger until he's out of bullets.
I was surprised how brutally they murdered Postman Willie Lumpkin.
Yeah, Willie, and it's Stan Lee. It's like a Stan Lee cameo, and they just crack his back in half. They just rip him apart like a fucking
and you know how
paper
Bane,
doll.
like how Bane stopped when he broke Batman's back, like he did the break and then let him go.
What if they didn't stop?
What if the hands just kept pushing down?
That's what they did with Willie Lumpkin, and then like Stan Lee is crying, as Willie Lumpkin, of course. But it's just it's very hard to watch. It's like Captain America smirking, watching.
Yeah.
It's very rough. But it's like you gotta admire the craft of putting together all having all those movies lead up to it.
Yeah, it's like they say, Gary. You can't make an omelet without just absolutely destroying the spine of beloved Postman Willie Lumpkin.
Yep. Without destroying Willie Lumpkin. Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, I'm horny tonight. I'm gonna go destroy Willie Lumpkin.
I'm horny tonight.
God, I'm horny tonight. Gonna go on Pornhub. Really, just absolutely wreck my Willie Lumpkin.
Destroy Willie Lumpkin. Just think of the cadence of a commercial, like opening up with like, "Honey, I'm horny tonight. I'm gonna go do some Willie Lumpkins."
You could really start any commercial with that. Honey, I'm horny tonight. Let's go to Applebee's.
Identity theft.
Minority Report.
Good night.
Good night.